What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to Wrenching Wrecked. We're up at the chopper barn today. It's Thanksgiving, and I got some time before we gotta do any family stuff. Just did the first of 2 drive cycles on the Volvo, hoping that'll work, but I got a little bit of time, so I think what I'm gonna do is actually yank this springer out for this Ironhead and flip-flop some rockers. So I have a brand new 21 front wheel sitting over here, no rubber yet, but rockers and axle for that. So ideally, the goal for right now is at least get these rockers. The geometry on these is definitely a little bit different than what's on there, so I think I'm gonna try and flip-flop these. Should lay out a little bit better when we're all done. So let me dig this out, I guess, and then we'll put that up on our nice protected bench, just 2 chair cushions, and then basically pop those rockers out, and then we'll start flip-flopping, see how this goes. I got the wheel off, springer is sitting here. Let's take off one side of these. Let's grab some tools. What do I need here? 13 16ths, 7/8, what do we got? Try and do one at a time here. Of course, you're going to be spinning. All right, we should be able to pop this one out now. And let's grab our new ones while we're at it. Yank the axle first. Like that. Oh, it's been a long time since I got to play on motorcycles. I don't have all that much time today, but should have some. And I'm guessing this is going to have to go on the outside. We'll find out. I'm kind of mixing matching parts here, so. Jamming these back together. There is a bushing in here that's longer than the inside. I think this should help because these have a little bit more of a kick up here. You can see roughly where that one lands. This kicks that axle way up higher. But until we get it actually back on the bike, we don't really know exactly what we're dealing with. Kind of a trial and error deal, if you will. That side done, let's do the other one. It is cold today, let me tell you. Temperatures finally dropped. Which is kind of unfortunate. All right. Oh. There we go. And one more rocker. Wouldn't be a wrenching wrecked video if I'm not dropping parts. Go, get our washers back on. Tighten up these acorns. It's so funny, I've been putting this off for such a long time. And this has literally taken 5.5 minutes to swap these. Obviously I didn't tighten anything down yet, but grab another wrench here. One of these days I'll go through and actually put all the tools away so I know where everything's at. Just go semi-tight for now. I can do final torque later when I got this in a position where I can actually get to them a little bit better. Alrighty. We got a Springer. How do I want to lay this out for the wheel? Did I put rubbers on it? Decision time. What size axle is this? 5/8. Okay. What are the odds our spacers are going to fit perfect? Okay. Go. Not too shabby. Look at that. All right. Do I even bother? I really wish I had a tire. Did I swap the other tire over? Well, now I'm kind of at a standstill. Do I want to jack that bike back up and put it on with just a bare wheel? Decisions, 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 decisions. What do I want to do here? That might end up being the next part of the video, getting this Springer hooked back up. So, I don't know if he wants to order a new tire. I haven't talked to him or thought about this bike in a minute, but I do have this 21 pretty much complete, ready to go. But this is a 3/4 axle for the extended narrow glide that was on here, which I get to keep. which is fun. So I got a probably 12 over narrow glide set up as well, but this tire could get swapped over to that wheel, or do I just order a new tire and tube for him and then he gets a brand new setup? Gotta think about this one. Been messing around with this forever, and for whatever reason I didn't swap this over, and 10 minutes later that's pretty much ready to go back on the bike again. And then we gotta lay out all the rear stuff as well, but this is what happens when I get a little bit of time to actually not be running around thinking about 10 million other things. We get stuff done. It's amazing how that works. So for now, I guess that's it. I'll slap these rockers and bolts back together on this stuff, just so I can keep everything together without losing it, and we'll go from there. I guess we'll update you when I update you. Hello, back at the barn again. Day after Thanksgiving, Black Friday, if you will. And I'm not a big go crazy and get up early and go out shopping, but I have been lugging my Makita drills back and forth from the house. So I have tools here, the powder shop, and at the house. Those two wasn't as bad, but now with the barn, I never have these at home when I need them, or I don't have the right ones at the shop, so I gotta go through and reset all those up. These, I enjoy these, but Harbor Freight, we don't need the best of quality up here, at least not yet. I can upgrade down the line, but there's a ton of stuff available. This kit from Bauer was impact, 1/4 inch impact, up to 1/2 inch drill, non-brushless stuff, saw, oscillating tool, leaf blower, 2 batteries. It was 200 bucks. So I was looking at trying to get more Makita stuff just to keep it all the same, because I got a ton of batteries and things. I feel like once you pick a drill brand or electric brand, you're kind of stuck with that. So I was gonna go that route, but the equivalent kit is about 450, almost 500 bucks. I don't have cash for that. I do not mind spending 200 bucks to have all of my stuff in one place and go from there. If these aren't strong enough or don't hold up as well, I'm not advocating being, oh, Harbor Freight stuff's better than all the other names. I'm not gonna say that, but for what I need it for, honestly, if I'm using these less, or if I need to work these more than these are capable of, then I'll switch the Makita stuff over here and bring the Bauer stuff back to the house, because we're drilling screws into drywall or anchoring hanging pictures. I'm not really doing all that much, especially after we cleared everything out of the garage. I don't need all the tools at the house anymore. If I'm working on the car, I'm pulling it in over here or putting it on the lift at the other shop. It doesn't really make sense to have all of my good stuff at home, which is why I'm kind of trying to, as cheaply as possible, expand what I have up here. And worst case scenario, if I need to upgrade or need better equipment here, then I take the lesser and bring that back to the house, because it's under way less use. So oddball little update, just kind of been going through and cleaning up some stuff. So got some more sockets and things put away in the toolbox that we can finally get into. This is going to be a constant state of change, just based on what kind of stuff I'm picking up. Little odds and ends, and then from here down it's pretty much empty. I think I got the electric impact down there, but trying to get this one laid out. And then we got the service cart over there that I want one more full socket rack on, at least standard stuff, so I can just roll one cart around. Standard generic sockets are relatively cheap, especially when you're not buying them in the kit. If I just need a single rack at 3/8 and 1/2 inch drives, that should be fine. But I got 1/2 inch stuff here, pretty much set on the standard side for most of it, other than weird axle sizes. And I think I got enough between a couple of the kits, and then I got the one portable box out there that I just throw in the truck with me. So that's kind of what I've been jamming on this morning. I don't have too much more to do. Still kind of figuring out what we're doing on the Springer. I'm gonna touch base with him maybe later today about ordering up tires and tubes for this, so I can put it all together one time and then slap this back on the bike. And then we can start worrying about making spacers on the rear end. I moved the lathe over here just because if I'm doing the spacers, it's way less of a walk than going all the way to the other side of the shop. 2, I'm trying to clear out the spot next to that welder too. So it's just a lot of cleanup today. I know it's not super exciting, but some of the Harley, like the clutch tools, when I'm done with that, are all gonna go into this box, and I have one full big drawer at the house of nothing but motorcycle specific tools. And if I can liquidate all of that and get everything in one spot, then I'm not running back and forth nearly as much. Saving time saves money in the long run, is my opinion at least. So just a quick little update for you. Still trying to get the monitors ready on the Volvo. We're gonna try one more time. I was hoping to do that today, but I didn't realize they weren't open. So that'll be a tomorrow early morning AM thing. We'll try and get out there and give that a whirl. Other than that, hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. I don't know if this is the end of this. If it is, cool. We'll catch you on the next one. If not, I don't know what we're doing next. More cleaning, probably. I don't know if there's anything else worth showing. Got a couple Ironheads still. I still got that Strosek hot rod motor. I am going to be selling this if anybody's interested on the channel. Hot rod Ironhead, mag fired, kick only cases, XLCH cases, 74-inch stroker. If anybody's interested, that's going up for sale soon. Message me. And then I got a stock. I think this is a 72-ish. The VINs are kind of scratched, but complete Ironhead motor in here. Just got a starter gear on the clutch. I might actually have to steal that for this bike, but that's going up for sale too. Unknown condition. I never fired it, never even really looked at it. There's a little bit of oil around some of the spark plugs. Tis what it is. Let me know if you're interested. Well, we're back at the chopper barn again. Trying to stay warm. It's like 17 degrees out here. It's freezing. Guess what didn't pass emissions again? Stupid Volvo. So, been messing around. I gotta fill up that tire on the truck because I don't like leaving that flat, but while I'm waiting on the compressor to fill up, I figured I'll update you on the Volvo because it will not pass emissions ever. So I found the crack in the back, patched that, still threw an evap code, next drive cycle. It's usually throwing the evap code before the monitor's clear, so I can't even get the monitors ready in order to test it because the evap code comes on first. So then fiddled around with a bunch of different things, ended up dropping the tank, found the mouse house in the last video on this car, and patched that line, thinking it was all good, threw the evap code again. So now, I was driving around today, and I don't know if it's the cold, but put snow tires on Dottie's car, and then came back up here, messed with that, went over to my buddy's shop, used their lift, and the smoke machine again, re-smoked it, could not, found another leak. Up on top of the fender is where they have the vent canister valve. There was a crack in the line right before it goes into another one-way valve. So I patched that, got that all fixed, re-smoked it, no leak, then got back to the tank, rechecked all of that, took where the mouse chewed through the first fix, re-smoked the whole back half of the car. I did not see any smoke coming out through the windows on top where the fuel pump and pressure regulator are. So that should be good. Smoked that whole rear section, pulled the cap off, filled the tank with smoke on the gas cap, the filler neck, pulled that off, filled up the entire tank with smoke, recapped it, no smoke around the gas cap, no smoke in the rear, no smoke up by the vent hose. I'm at a loss. I genuinely have no idea where the large evap leak is coming from, having smoked the whole system now twice. But yeah, I think I'll top off that tire, and then I don't know, because I feel like that evap code's coming on. The first time I did this, it went 3 days without the evap code being thrown. Now I can go 2-day drive cycle and the evap code throws before the monitors. The other time I had 2 days with the monitors ready. I just I didn't make it to the emissions place. So I think I'm gonna do a hard reset. I don't think it's gonna do much. I got a scanner that resets the code, but I don't know. I'm gonna pull the battery and let that sit for, I don't know, 20 minutes while I'm up here. And then try doing like a hard reset on it. I don't think it's gonna make a difference, but I'm running out of options and patience. and then I gotta figure something out. If not, I gotta figure out paperwork for an extension, which also sucks. And this is the last thing I wanna be thinking about. I've wrecked this car 3 times, I've pulled the tank already. All the lines look good, everything else looks decent, except for those 3, I've patched 3 now. And the only way I can find them is from the smoke test. Haven't found any other ones. I tried chasing the smoke down. I don't know. Maybe I'll look up, see what cost is on replacing all of the lines in that system. But running out of ideas. So any Volvo gurus out there have any thoughts on a P0455 or 445 or whatever it is, large evap leak? Let me know. Not opposed to opinions, but we'll see. So, you know, just having all the fun in the world. I got a million other things I'd rather be doing, but I can't keep driving this thing without plates. So maybe I'll file for the extension and then still keep messing with it, but it takes time away from all the fun stuff. So that's where we're at. Another disappointment.